I get a question of, but Amy, my employer gives me a pretty good life insurance policy. Well, good on you, but you need to know this, and this is a word of caution. When you have employee benefits, right? Enjoy them while they last, but remember they have an expiry date. They have a shelf life. You've been invited into this space. Think of it as you've been invited into, I like saying this, you've been invited into a space. Your neighbor is like, hey, you can enjoy, live in here with us, enjoy all the facilities for as long as we're here for you. But one day you wake up and you're like, no, this is toxic. Like maybe the environment has changed and you want to leave. And you need to remember, as soon as you step out of that environment, you're stepping out to whatever the weather forecast is. All right? You have no protection. All those benefits you had, the life insurance you had at work is no longer availed to you. And sometimes the life insurance being provided is the bare minimum. When I say bare minimum is some companies will only give you WIBA. So WIBA is Work Injury Benefits Act. So they'll cover you in case in the course of your work, right? And you have an injury or you die, then there's a payment that's coming, and it's usually capped to 8 times your annual salary. That's what will be paid out to you. But if you left work, because it's usually very tricky, and it's not sufficient, I'll explain. Let me give you an example. Your cover covers you from when you're at work from 8 to like 5 p.m. So you left work you went to work, your family knows you left work. I mean, you left for work, you went to work, you left work at that 6 p.m. and maybe you're involved in an accident perhaps, and you've lost your life. And then you go and claim your WIBA. And insurance is like, was this guy at work when he passed away? And no, you weren't. And so the claim is not honored. Those are the few things you need to know about the sort of life insurance you have at work. It might not be sufficient. I'll also take another case in point. For example, what's happening right now? USAID. President Trump has come in and said, hey, his government is no longer going to provide, there's no more taxpayers' money from the US that's going into all the projects that USAID was providing. Now, from where I sit and some of the people I know, there are projects that will stall. There are jobs that are on the line. And with jobs being on the line and jobs being lost, that means all the benefits that these people had are coming to a standstill. And this can happen. I'm just using an example of USAID, but this can happen. It happens every other day. People are laid off from work environments where they had pretty good benefits ongoing, but they stop instantly. And you never know when your boss is going to wake up and decide, I'm closing shop, or we're not doing very well, so we have to let people go. So no, that's why you always need to make sure that you have, because if that happens with work, does that stop the bills in your house? Does that stop the risk that if you are not there, that something is going to happen to your family financially, that there'll be a financial strain? No, it doesn't. So I can't lay emphasis enough about life insurance. I can't lay emphasis enough about ensuring that you go a step further and you're creating a trust so that you've fully secured how you transfer your wealth to your loved ones.